Most people think that Premier Daryl Dexter's office is right here in the legislature in Province House, when in fact it's not. That's just a place where they go to meet. Daryl Dexter's office is actually across the street from the legislature.
Hi, this message is for Adam Conrad. It's Jennifer Stewart calling back from Premier Dexter's office. It is about 5 after 11 on Wednesday morning. I got your message about requesting an interview with the Premier. We're not interested at this point in doing an interview on this documentary, but if you do want some more information, I'm happy to provide you with a list of the changes that have gone into effect since the AG's report a couple of years ago. So if you are interested in some more information that way, certainly give me a call. I'm at 424-0007, and I can provide you both with some information on the website and also additional information on the changes that have been put into place. So you can give me a call. Once again, Jennifer Stewart, 424-0007. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
We asked Premier Daryl Dexter if he'd like to make comment about the MLA expense scandal, but unfortunately, he chose not to make comment on this topic. Today, people in Nova Scotia are struggling to make ends meet. They can't afford to pay their power bill, they can't afford to put food on the table, they can't afford to heat their homes. Most jobs in Nova Scotia are all contracted out, and if they're not contracted out, they had left their province because Nova Scotia is too expensive to operate in. Here we are in the 21st century, and people can't afford to make a living. What's interesting in Nova Scotia is the Nova Scotia government says that its healthcare system is perfect. If its healthcare system is perfect, why is it that most Nova Scotians across the province of Nova Scotia don't even have a family doctor to turn to? And what makes things worse, there's not even enough family doctors to go around. If our Nova Scotia government tells us that our lakes are clean and safe to be in, why is it we find debris and stuff in our swamps that look quite toxic? What's up with this if our lakes are clean? This is another sign that our Nova Scotia government is not upfront with Nova Scotians as what they should be, as what they say they are when they come to our door on election time. In spite of the high power rates, Nova Scotians today can't afford to pay their power bill, and not only can they no longer afford to pay their power bill, they can't even afford to pay for oil to heat their homes. This is how most people in Nova Scotia heat their homes now in the winter. Wood. Because the oil companies are simply charging too much, and Nova Scotia Power is charging too much to Nova Scotians for their electricity bill. Nova Scotia Power was contracted out by the Nova Scotia government when the Conservatives were in power. 12 years later, now it's turning around and biting Nova Scotians in the back. Nova Scotia government is there to serve the better of Nova Scotians. If they're there to serve the best of Nova Scotians, why is it everything that Nova Scotia government contracts out is now turning around and biting Nova Scotian in the back? Why is that? Just because something is cheaper, it doesn't mean that it's better. But anyways, you know, it's a crying shame what's going on, because like I said before, if you or I were to steal money for our own personal usage and get caught, we'd be thrown in jail. But for the MLAs to steal money, it's okay. But the other thing is with amalgamation, you got people like Councillor David Hinsby trying to get municipal services to work right. How is he supposed to do his job right if you got the province back here not giving the city enough money and enough jurisdictions to do what they need to do to get the job done? Like I said before, these guys get in power because people have been voting for the same party and over and over and over again, and people don't know how to vote. And when politicians come to your door on election day, they normally go to your door if you're not home. If you know your politics, they will not come to your door because they do not want somebody who knows their politics who's going to pick them off and embarrass them. When they go to your door, they go to people's doors who don't know their politics, so they don't have to dance around answers, sneak, slide by people who are going to pick them off. We just heard back from Nova Scotia Liberal leader Stephen McNeil. He, right here in this email he sent us, we actually printed it off. He actually emailed us his expenses. Anyway, so I'm going to read some of it off. Tell you the truth, Stephen McNeil is actually one of the good guys in spite of the expense that took place, expense scandal. Stephen McNeil, office rent, $700. That's pretty good. Traveling, $252.80. That's pretty good too for gas. Let's see here. MLA living allowance, $1,685 a month. Yeah, that could be turned down a bit, but no, everything right here is all up to snub and up to par. Steve McNeil, unfortunately, is one of the good guys, so I can't say nothing bad about him because, not too many political leaders will turn over their expenses. So that says something about Stephen McNeil right there. He's coming clean. And if a person comes clean after when the province been through a bit of a dark shadow with expenses, with elected MLAs not telling the truth and coming forward with their expenses up forward and truthful like they used to, that says something right there. So first of all, I condemn Stephen McNeil and I thank him for coming up forward and coming clean with us. Here we are. All of our politicians steal our money to contract their jobs out. People are lucky if they even make $18,000 a year. These politicians sit back and laugh while we go to work, break our backs to make ends meet. These politicians don't even know the meaning of getting up to go to work and make ends meet. These guys make over $60,000 to $70,000 a year, and these guys ain't worth a dime to their name. What do these guys know about getting up every morning to go to work or anything like that? All these guys do is sit there and talk foolish and nothing happens. Nothing ever gets done. And it's a crying shame that, things are the way they are. Here we are in the 21st century and we're in a recession. It's such ridiculous and it's such stupidity that people actually fall for these clowns. They actually believe in their sad tale stories just to get themselves elected. 90% of politicians are in power for the pension. They're only coming to your door for the pension, but when it comes to representing the community, getting funds for the community to make ends meet, they're nowhere in sight. They're only at your door every 4 years to get themselves elected.